Right, okay, so this one's gonna be a bit of a weird one because I cannot be able to hear myself back. For some reason, the audio decided to not play along, but I'll just go ahead and get started. So, Catalyst FUND3 overview. That's what we're going to be going through here. The fund just started. It's not like I said, the fun just started, but I suppose yeah, the fun did just start. Right, so what we're going to be looking at here is this. These are the three different challenges for FUND3. You've got dApp creation, basically decentralized app applications, community choice, and developer ecosystem. So yeah, we're going to be just sort of going through these on a just really high level, and then the ideas later on. I'll actually sort of go into the different. I'll go sort of more in depth in the different sections and stuff, and actually possibly also at some point do like like an overview and in depth of just actually using the idea scale web application, I suppose. Yeah, because in FUND2 it was one of the bits of feedback was, the experience of using idea scale was highly criticized, and some stuff is still the same now, like the fact that the kudos are still on, vanity metric, which just anyway, let's not I won't go into that now. So let's actually just jump into it. Where are you? There you are. Ha ha ha. Right, so actually initially when you so if you just go to cardano.ideascale.com, initially what you see is this here. For some reason it's FUND1 voting results and then a link to Google Drive for whatever reason. So I think this is something's broken somewhere. But anyway, so yeah, you can just sort of tap on the home button at the top right. Yeah, and that actually takes you straight into the challenges of the dApp creation challenge. Or technically the insights, right? Because they're doing it different this time around. So yeah, it takes you into a whole bunch of lists. I haven't actually looked into them. It basically just looks like proposals, but I think it's just insights, because as you can see up here it says submit insight, not like submit idea as it did before, I think it was. But anyway, yeah, so dApp creation. So the idea behind this challenge is to incentivize or to have conversations, and then afterward have proposals be submitted around the idea of creating decentralized applications, and one specifically to drive adoption, right? Ones which have user engagement and so on. So yeah, dApp development is mission critical because user adoption will have a key role in determining the future utility and value of Cardano. That's why we're looking to the Project Catalyst community to refine and answer our challenge. Okay, the wording's a bit weird, but okay. Yeah, so as you can see up here, it's up to 250,000 US dollars, equivalent of ADA. So the funds are available in ADA and will be given out in ADA, but other once it will be given out, it will be the equivalent of 250,000. Yeah, and then if we just sort of hop down a little bit to this bit where it talks about the timeline, as you can see, there's sort of different stages here. I believe basically 6 stages. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Starting on the 13th, right? So not actually today, because today is well, the 7th or the 8th, depending on where you are at the time of recording this. So it's going to start on the 13th and end on 17th of February. We'll sort of dig down into that particular segment later on. And then this is, yeah, the campaign brief. Again, is fundamentally, what we spoke about at the top, and again, I'll have a different video where going to in depth about the different bits. And again, this is the same thing here, stage flow, yeah, where they sort of break down what the different stages are. And then at the bottom you've got the team. Jesus, my mouse is the scrolly wheels being a bit too happy, a bit too excited. Campaign team, yeah. So you've got the team here, Door, Anna, etc. And then down here you've got the call to action, right, where it's just like, okay, if you're ready, to do whatever this particular phase or stage requires. In this case, say submit an insight. You just, I suppose, click on that, and then you'd get started, right? Okay, so now let's jump into the next one, which is this here. As you can see, this one's called community choice, and the amount of money is the equivalent of 500,000 in ADA. So together, obviously 750, right? So you've got the community choice and you've got the decentralized application put together. FUND3 in total, we've got around 1,000. We've got 750,000 USD equivalent of ADA, available. And then they've split it up. One has got 250 and the other's got 500,000. Right, so yeah, again, so when you initially jump into it, you've got a listing of whatever, in this case, insights. Further down the stage, I suppose it'll be proposals. As you can see here, someone's already put forward something there. We're not gonna go into that just yet. But we'll click on this bit here about to actually have a look at what the challenge is actually about, right? So, which challenges should be launched during FUND3, which begins on the 31st of March, in order to fulfill Cardano's mission? So, in order for the decentralized applications and the broader ecosystem challenges to work, I believe, we need to know which challenges the community feels should be launched during FUND3 in order to best support Cardano's mission. This is an important step towards handing responsibility to the Project Catalyst community to determine the focus for each fund and enhance self-governance for the blockchain as a whole. So yeah, scroll a little bit further down here, and then you've got again the same thing, the timeline. Here I think there's a mistake possibly here, because it says I think there's a mistake possibly here because it says expired, right? Insight sharing expired on the 6th of January. I think this is possibly a mistake because we have not shared any insight. This thing just went live like a few hours ago. So I think that might be a mistake. But I think what they've tried to do here is sort of try to stagger this and the other one, the DApp creation one, so that, this one started before, and then that one, the inside sharing will start on the 13th, right? Whilst this one's proposal submissions start on the 13th. And then it ends on the 16th of February. I think the other one ended maybe a little bit sooner. I'm not sure. Can't remember. Just a few minutes back. What's happened to my memory? Campaign brief again. So it's pretty much what we spoke about, and then you've got stage flow there, which we'll expand on, and then at the bottom you've got the team, and then the call to action button there. Okay, and then now last but not least, you've got boom, the developer ecosystem. I suppose maybe I should have done developer ecosystem and then the dApps and then gone on to the community challenge, because in the community challenge it speaks about like if the previous two were to work, what things would be suggested. But then that's weird, because if those two are linked, then in terms of time, whatever was suggested, right, within the challenges of the developer ecosystem as well as the dApp creation, those will not actually be anywhere close to fruition, kind of thing, right? They would just be, I don't know, like 2 months, if anything, into their development. But anyway, I digress. But there is something to be said there about, I suppose, the relationship between those two and time, perhaps. Okay, so now here, yeah, again, when you initially jump into it, you've already got a few folks chiming in with some ideas, but we'll quickly jump into here about and have a look. Right, so developer ecosystem. This one, oh, wait, hang on. So all in all, it's actually 1 million, right? So it's not 750 as I initially thought. Yeah, because here you've got 250,000 USD equivalent in aid available for this particular challenge. So how can we encourage developers to build dApps on top of Cardano? So in a way, yeah, and then they just go on to say this is mission critical because you know, this is kind of a recycling of the challenge from FUND1 and FUND2 and now in FUND3. Yeah, it will be interesting to see what comes from this. And again, so it starts on the 6th, and where is it? That sounds a bit odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, and ends on the 17th, I suppose. Okay, yeah, there we go. So yeah, then you've got the campaign brief, stage flow, the campaign team, and then you'd have browse ideas kind of thing. Once the ideas are actually proposals. For the moment, I believe they're just inside, I think. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, basically the bottom, the rest of the document or page, let's say, is pretty much the same. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll be doing sort of follow-up videos and sort of breaking down the different sections and stuff, going a little bit more in depth, right? Because I think it makes sense to just kind of you know, give it a bit of yeah, a bit of thought. So anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so that's, I think, it for now. Yeah, that's it for now. I'll return with the in-depth ones, and as I said initially or earlier, I think it will make sense to kind of do like a kind of, I suppose, for lack of a better word, a sort of tutorial of using idea scale, because, you know, if you're going to have more people coming along, it makes sense for them to actually have a point of reference to know, okay, this thing's a bit confusing, stuff is all over the place, how do I use it? So that's one of the ideas I've kind of been kicking around. Yeah, so hopefully that I'll be able to do that at some point soon. So with that said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.